So something I'd sort of always wanted to do, certainly through my foundation and core training. I developed an interest in research, and then moving to the Northeast, it seemed you started on the orthopaedic training program, and the first question was, when are you doing your out of program research time? So I'm actually Scrimshire. I'm an orthopaedic ST5, taking some time out of training to do a PhD, which is through Northumbria Trust and the York Trials Unit. The research project I'm doing is a clinical trial, personally I think it's quite interesting. It's two different arms to it. So we're essentially looking at optimising patients before surgery, either by optimising mild anemia with iron predominantly, or decolonising Staph aureus from patients' noses before hip or knee replacement. The idea being that these two things reduce blood transfusions and joint infections respectively. This trial is certainly one of the biggest collaboratives that there has been. We're working with about 50 trusts altogether now across England, and actually by running it as a cluster randomised trial, it gives you some really robust evidence as to whether these things work or not. The impact of it, I think we're starting to feel already. So certainly from the anemia side of the work, we've managed to influence some NHS England policies, and we've actually worked with them to develop a sequin target, which comes in from April this year. Yeah, so the team at the York Trials Unit and the University of York are really quite supportive in terms of your PhD. You have regular supervisor meetings, and they have a really good postgraduate teaching program, so you can opt to join certain taught modules that are relevant to what you want to learn, but also relevant to your PhD, which I found really useful, certainly coming from a clinical background, to try and learn about stats and health economics and systematic reviews, which are all completely new skills to me and stuff I hadn't done before. I think professionally I've gained an awful lot. I obviously hope to gain the PhD qualification at the end of the 3 years. I've also managed to take a lot of these different taught modules to develop skills in a range of research relevant areas around randomised trials, health economics, statistics. So I think professionally I'm gaining an awful lot. Personally, it's been really nice to have a bit of time away from clinical practice. I'd gone straight through the sort of treadmill of training, F1, core training, straight into registrar, and it's nice to just take a step back and concentrate on something else and develop some other skills that will all be relevant and transferable in the future, but otherwise would have tried to squeeze in a long training and perhaps not do as well as I would have liked. I think if you're interested and you want to do it, then you should definitely go for it. I think you undoubtedly gain a lot of extra skills that you may not necessarily pick up through the training program, and it opens up so many doors, makes so many new connections and networks. And I think if you wanted to do research going forward, then it's really good for developing those, as I say, networks to take your research career further, going on into your training and consultant career.